rather, and he took the second as well. But Maguire hit back in frame 19 to move 12-7 in front. He's one short of the finish line, and this is frame 20.
Stephen Maguire then breaks off in what he hopes is going to be the last frame of this second round match. Joe Perry needs to win this frame to take us to a mid-session interval. Hit that all wrong. It looked as if it might have been a free shot there if he played it. He was trying to pot that, come off the cushion and cannon that red out of the way. He cannoned the red direct and has left it on.
One.
Well, undoubtedly he'll get a lot more chances in this match to go on to have a chance of winning it, but this could be the chance he's looking for early on.
Yeah, just a little nudge onto that would be good, or even at pace. He was always going to have a pot into the left corner with that simple little cannon.
It's little shots like that, Dennis, that these players, these good break builders, just spot straight away.
Nine.
Well, a lot of the great players have the knack of clinching a match with one contribution, and Stephen Maguire do that here.
Yeah, they call it clinches disease, don't they? Some players, when they get one away from the winning post, all of a sudden go in their shell
16.
a bit. But the real good match players, such as Stephen Maguire, relish the thought of getting over the line. They just want to get over the line as quick as possible. Oh, okay,
17.
There's nothing really available, really, so into the pink. Might be a good idea to hit the pink and the red at the same time, actually, here. If you can hit the pink half ball, it's very unusual you say hit the pink half ball, but that might be a better choice here. Well, there must be a red that pots. The one at the extreme left must pass the black. It didn't look like it from here, but clearly it must.
22.
Yeah, I think he's got a choice, the one at the back, which will really open things up. And if he drops on a colour here, they'll be there for the taking. Oh, that, you just can't play that shot any better. That is played with topspin. In fact, the white came back off the reds before it then followed through.
You could never really think you're never going to finish like that, but boy, as you rightly say, Denny, loads of topspin. Okay, you're unlucky if you're not on the pink or black, but how's it forced its way through and finished absolutely perfect?
31.
There he's still at 92%. And he's in the 90s with his tournament pot success rate, so he's been pretty consistent. And he could be a handful for whoever he plays.
The only thing that worries me, Dennis, about the way, break building wise is good, but his long game at the moment, for me, is not. He's not going to be able to compete at the moment with his long game. He's missing far too many long shots. In the balls, we know he's going to compete.
Yeah, he'll come up again a fellow Scott in the quarter-final, and it looks like being Stephen Hendry, who is well in the driving seat against John Higgins.
46.
In fact, Stephen
47.
Maguire used to be a practice partner of Stephen Hendry. That was after John Higgins. So these two players have got a lot of respect for Stephen Hendry. They've learned the game from them, you'd have to say. They've played thousands of frames together.
54.
It's not a bad way to get
55.
experience, is it, really, playing Stephen Hendry for money every day? You know, you lose a few quid, but when you start winning a few quid, you know that you can compete with the best players in the world. And here they are, John Higgins, a world champion, multiple world champion, and Stephen Maguire, who would dearly love to lift a world title. There's 3 Scots already lifted that title: Graham Dott, John
62.
Higgins, Stephen Hendry. He'd like to be a 4th.
Yes, and it is great experience as well. I mean, Stephen Hendry, undoubtedly the world's greatest ever break builder at this moment in time, and you just pick up little things. And of course,
63.
it goes without saying that both Stephen Maguire and John Higgins are up there with the best break builders in the world purely because of Stephen Hendry.
Right, now he's got a shot with the rest to clinch the match. He's missed a couple and he got a little bit angry with it. He was going to throw the rest out of the Crucible Arena earlier in this session. So that's why he's steadying himself up. He knows that this green will put him in the quarter-final. Took longer than
66.
normal on that to make absolutely certain.
67.
67 in front, 67 on the table, just this colour, and that should be it.
72.
Good performance, Dennis, but I think it, as we were just saying a few moments ago, will have to improve.
Yeah, the second session wasn't the best for Joe Perry. He set off
79.
with a break of 115, Joe, and looked in terrific form, but, well, that's... I don't know what that was to finish the match. Joe Perry put up a decent show. He made a fight of it this morning, winning the 2 opening frames, but it was just too big a target to set himself. And in the end, Stephen Maguire goes through to the quarter-final. A very comfortable winner, it has to be said, 13-7.
You can only lose that match from 11-5 up. Obviously, there's no pressure on Joe after the second session. All the pressure's on me now to finish it. So really the match is only yours to lose, and that kind of adds a little bit of pressure on. I'd certainly have to improve my game this week because I'm not playing well enough to win it this week. So I've got a few days off, and I'll just see if I can improve for the next match.
Steve John, obviously we're discussing Stephen Maguire's progress, and we've had 3 centuries from him, 1 against Purcell in round 1 and obviously 2 against Joe Perry. The damage there, really, the second session in that match, that's where he really pulled away, Steve.
Yes, and I think he's returned to form as a snooker player, and all of a sudden that match, I suppose people were expecting him to be the player that was going to win it. I wouldn't be too worried about trying to play to form. Trying to play well now. It's the second week where it really kicks off.
He does beat himself up a bit though, John, doesn't he?
He does,
see
yeah.
that?
But I think that point that you've made there, I just want to go back to that. In 2007 when he came here, he played the best snooker round 1, round 2, and I thought, wow, you could go and win the championship here. And he'd half punched himself out for the next round. First round wasn't brilliant, got over it. Second round, he can definitely improve from that. it's in his favour. He's in the quarter-final without hitting anywhere near top gear.
But he is a very combustible figure. We use that word a lot about him, really, don't we? Because he always strives for perfection all the time. And even if he does have a very healthy lead, he's constantly beating himself up at the table if it's just not going perfectly for himself.
Some people, you know, everyone's different. Some people need that. Sometimes you need to give yourself a kick or a boost or whatever. Maguire is certainly like that. He must have very strong knuckles, I know that's for sure, because he likes to rap them on the table.
Knuckles Maguire, absolutely.
He must have good ones.
It's hard to sort of work out why a player comes back to form, but if it is due to the fact there's a lot more tournaments and he benefits from having lots of run-outs, then all of a sudden Stephen Maguire is the type of player that actually improves by playing day on day on day. The second week of the Crucible is exactly that.
Yes, exactly. OK, well, he's through and he'll play either Hendry or Higgins, so that's another Scottish matchup in the quarter-finals. But at the start of this championship, you may remember that we had a record number of 5 Chinese players in the draw last Saturday. Now only 1 remains, and ironically, the lowest ranked of the lot, the world number 81, Cao Yupeng. He's only 21. This is his first season on the main tour. He came here and he pushed Mark Allen out of the door. Thereafter, he was accused by the Northern Irishman of lacking integrity for one particular shot. Mark has since apologised, as you know, but what a start to this young fella's Crucible campaign. A new star's emerging from Sheffield United's Forsyth Academy, but Blades fans won't see him gracing the Bramall Lane turf. Cao Yupeng's got a different goal of becoming the first Chinese player to win the world title. And after victory over Mark Allen in round 1, he's on the way.
战胜马克艾伦刚刚从海口公开赛拿了个冠军，当时还没有与他对战的时候，都感觉到非常紧张。但是这场比赛我赢了他，我感觉到非常开心。 因为我打出了自己的水平，在克鲁斯堡打出了自己的水平是非常不容易的一件事情，因为这么多观众，然后这么大的压力，感觉到很开心。
Cao was hoping to face his friend and Star Academy stablemate Ding Junhui in the second round, but that dream ended at the hands of Welshman Ryan Day.
看到丁俊晖9比6领先的时候，我就非常开心，因为可以下一场与丁的一场对决吧，但是这个结果我就是完全出乎我的意料，根本就是一下子就是控制，不知道怎么说，这个就是非常的期待与丁的一场比赛，但是既然是瑞韧带，然后我也会打好每一个球，然后打好这场比赛。
Ryan continued the trend of knocking out the seeds and is going to be a tough proposition for the world number 81.
瑞韧带我刚刚看了他的比赛视频，他的长台非常准，然后失误率也很低，是一个很强悍的对手。下一场我会尽我最大的能力去打好这场比赛，能获胜是更好。但是如果说，就尽管打好每一个球就好，就不会去想太多。训赛目标啊，其实没有。 给自己定一个目标了，自己打这个进入克鲁斯堡之后都没有想太多，只是去享受这个比赛，享受任何东西这样子，没有说给自己规划一个死目标，能打到怎么样是怎么样，尽自己的能力去做最好。
With Sheffield United preparing for a promotion battle with Stevenage today, Cao aims to make it a double celebration for his adoptive city.
Good luck, Sheffield United. Come on!
You see, he certainly immersed himself in Sheffield culture. He is a Blades fan. Now, Welshman Ryan Day was the first player to make 3 centuries on his Crucible debut back in 2004 and lost to Ronnie. A quarter-finalist twice before, he's lost in the opening round the last couple of years as his form and his confidence have inexplicably and alarmingly slumped. But the former world number 6 has found something this week and indeed last all right in the qualifiers, and he led 6-2 overnight against Cao. Cao won the first of the morning with a knock of 43 to go 3-6, and this